Richard has the hardest job on earth. He gets to drink whiskey all day. Literally, this is like, if you thought about, a guy out there working construction, making fences, you go, man, that's a terrible job. Now, Richard, what is it about this thing that you love so much? And then, point of this video, to be clear,
sure,
is Richard's got whiskey perspective. He now lives in the whiskey space. Whenever you look at an industry, you go, how do I impact that industry most? One of the keys is thinking through how you want people to experience something, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
If you experience bad whiskey, you don't want to come back to it. You have a bad moment with gin or vodka, you're not interested in it. But even more importantly, what is the thing that you enjoy most about your job, and where do you think whiskey's headed, man?
Sure. The thing I enjoy most about my job is creating. And then if you make something that people enjoy, or a hallmark, a moment of their life, like a child being born, or someone graduating from college or something like that, that's a tough feeling to beat. That's probably the best part of the job, is when we create something that I'm proud of, that my boss is proud of, that we then put out with a cool label and a cool wax and a good name, and then you see it a week later on social media and someone's going, daughter was just born, celebrating with this special bottle. That is a feeling that I could take to the grave, and it fills you up. It makes you feel, it gives you purpose, it makes you feel complete. It's a beautiful thing. Where do I think whiskey's growing? I think it's aiming towards the nerd now, because it's getting tighter of a market, and a lot of these distilleries are having to start to cater towards the people that really care, because the bandwagon whiskey drinkers are no longer even on whiskey anymore. Can't flip it. It's not worth money anymore, or it's trending down from a flippable commodity, and what it's leaving left is the people that loved it to begin with, and which is a special thing. That's kind of what I like about it.
Now, do you have a story in which you remember a whiskey moment that changed your life? And Tim and I were at a event, and a guy told us about plum pipe tobacco, his dad not liking tobacco, and objectively him drinking that bottle and him taking it back to a moment where he's basically got to share with his dad. So he's like, the only bottle I covet is plum pipe tobacco, which is, get this,
sure,
one of Richard's original blends that was phenomenal, to say the least. But is there a whiskey story that continues to inspire you to keep coming here,
yeah,
and putting great things in a bottle?
Absolutely. My favorite whiskey story for me personally was when Tim reached out to me to try to start helping with things that we were doing here, and I came up and met him to talk about a few things. And when I did, his brother's group was here, and they were doing a blend in the tasting room, and we were trying to lock in April Orchard. And we talked about it, and he and I blended it at the bar right then and there, and it was a whole lot of things came full circle in that 45-minute window at that bar. It was A, that you could do this professionally, B, that if you love whiskey and you care and you blend and you try hard, you can make something that's a lot better than the sum of its parts. Seeing people that care about whiskey in that room working very hard right across the room to try to create something special for their group, and us finding something that we were proud of, that we were willing to mark that day as a complete project, which was kind of the first thing that I'd really gotten to work on. That was a special moment for me. It was all of those things all at one time, very quick, but it gave me a perspective to whiskey that I didn't have before that moment.
Because I would tell you that when you heard the Jordan story and all those other things, we hear, oh, he got cut from the basketball team. No, he got cut from varsity. He played JV. He was not playing basketball. But there's pivotal moments in all of our lives, and if you pay attention to the signs, in Richard's case, as he just alluded to, this was a moment of clarity for him that this could be a thing, and the Blendery could be the space where he gets to be creative and do what he loves. The man loves whiskey, loves the history, loves the nerd side of it as well.
Yeah.
And even more importantly, putting something in the bottle that people can cherish and share with others.
Yeah.
Been blessed to be in the presence of people who just care about others. And I didn't know the value of that till I walked into the Blendery. That's for damn sure. And because of the Blendery, it's given me more perspective on giving people a chance to enjoy a few more moments, right? And you go, wow, hey man, do you need a pour? Do you need this? Hey, do you need some food? Those things go a long way, man. You'd be surprised. Anything else you want them to know about whiskey as we continue to try and crack codes on making whiskey great again?
Yeah, meet people, make friends, open your bottles, drink them with good people. You'll never see a U-Haul behind a hearse.
That's good deal.
Yeah, man. Like time's precious. live today like it's today, and drink your whiskey with the people that you love, because no time's promised, and it might look good on the shelf, but it's not as good as the memory in your head.
Hey,
Yeah.
well, guys, I think that's a good way to end this right here. Big thank you to Richard. He's brought some amazing pours. Big thanks to Tim, and I mean everybody who shares stuff. And I will tell you this: the ones who really share, they're like, "Hey, man, I don't know when I should open this." I'm like, I got on IG today because I post over 4 platforms.
Now.
Yeah, and I got goosebumps. Like I got on there today, and people between 28 and 51, they all dead, and they're making posts like, "Oh, so and so died." I'm like, now's the time, buddy.
Yeah.
You don't have tomorrow. What we have is the moment, and you should enjoy it. So, guys, keep it whiskey, Richard. Thank you for your perspective. He's almost about to be considered a master blender.
5 away.
5 away from being a master blender, but he's a guy who genuinely loves it, and I can't wait to continue to learn from him and with him, guys.